Acha, so I will move further. This is my real topic given to me, wood seasoning kilns. And again, I will see process seasoning. I have already told you. Advantage of seasoning, I have told you. And then how to calculate the moisture content, I have told you. And this hot air ovens, I have shown you. This table I have shown you from 287. Now we will start from here for the purpose of, as I told that seasoning, we do, and you must remember one, must note one BIS standard known as IS 1141 of 1993. It will be definitely available in the library in first floor because this is a reference booklet. If it is not available, you can always download free of cost from BIS site. Nowadays, PDFs are available free of cost, so download and go through it. Here you will get more idea of kiln seasoning of given timber. Now, having appreciated why we should go for seasoned wood, and seasoning is always done before making a product. Many people ask, sir, मेरा product बन गया, can I season the wood? That is a foolish question because after making the product, seasoning is not possible because different sections will in different direction will dry, will shrink differently, and the product will be damaged completely, and warping will be developed. So always seasoning is done in sawn wood. After sawing, this is the first processing step. After seasoning is over, seasoned wood is sent for product manufacturing. So there are class A wood which are highly refractory woods. An example are Soria, Robusta, Laurel. They are there. Why they are highly refractory? Because their permeability is very poor. Now, what is permeability? It is ease of movement of water through wood. So water through wood moves inside the capillaries present in the wood, just like capillaries, veins and arteries are present in our body. So in case of wood, because wood is also biological material, so fine capillaries are there. So somehow these capillaries are not interconnected, or there is lot of tylose formation, just like in Tuna ciliata, or there is lot of gum formation. So these capillaries are constricted. So smooth movement of water through these capillaries are not possible in that case. So permeability becomes very poor. We say that permeability is very poor. So they are highly class A wood are highly refractory to seasoning. If we season them with more than required speed, then lot of defects will be created. So we have to season them very benignly, means less temperature, high RH should be maintained initially inside the kilns, and gradually we should go on increasing the temperature step by step, very gradually without doing any hurry, and we should decrease the RH step by step very gradually without taking bigger leap. And then one fine day we'll find that after 28 days or 34 days our wood will be seasoned. Examples I have already given. So these are known as class A or highly refractory wood. Class B, most of the wood we use traditionally are class B refractory wood because they season nicely, but they need little care while seasoning in that kiln, and they need some 2 to 3 conditioning treatment of steam inside the kiln during the kiln schedule. And examples are shisham, teak, and mango. All these are moderately refractory wood. Then comes a class of very good wood in the sense that they are not refractory at all. They dry very nicely without creating any defect in wood. And examples are summer wood and salai wood, or like that coniferous species. Why they are non-refractory? Because they have large number of interconnected capillaries present inside which are not constricted. So capillaries are very free. So water moves very fast through them without degrading the health of wood. So they are class C wood. Later on, we will see that these, just with the knowledge of this class A, class B, class C, we have converted the woods into this stacking I have already shown. So you can use this stacking when kiln seasoning is not available in your city or seasoned wood is not available. Then you yourself can make this stack and leave the wood for 4 to 6 months, and then your wood will season nicely. Then what happens that in case of kiln seasoning, we follow guide chart, and that guide chart is known as a schedule. The kiln drying schedule is a guide chart with respect to temperature and humidity conditions to be maintained in kiln when the moisture content of wettest sample of wood on the entering side in the kiln has reached the stage specified in the schedule. See what happens. I told you that initially, with the wisdom of good science, scientists segregated Indian timbers in class A, class B, and class C. Then further classification took place when science developed and people do very minute and deeper research, and then they found that permeability has a role. Then these seven seasoning schedules, I will repeat, seven seasoning schedules have been developed for Indian timbers, and almost all timber can be seasoned by using either of them, these schedules. And schedule 1 and 2 are very fast, means wood which are meant to be seasoned using schedule 1 and 2, they will take maximum 5 to 7 days inside the kiln to season to a desirable moisture content. Then schedule 3, 4 are little bit longer as compared to schedule 1 and 2, and teak and sesame can be seasoned by using either schedule 3 or 4, and they take some 12 to 15 days to season wood 1 inch thick plank of these woods to a desirable moisture content of 12 to 8%. Then schedule 4, these 5, 6, and 7 are very slow and take longer duration because they are slow, and they are meant for refractory woods like Tuna ciliata, Aloysius latifolia, or any wood having very poor permeability. So they are so if I say that schedule number 1 is fastest and schedule number 7 is slowest, it means schedule number 1 is recommended for any wood having very good permeability, whereas schedule number 7 is recommended for any wood having very poor permeability. So based on the above classification, 7 seasoning schedules have been developed for different types of timbers in the country. Please refer IS 1141 of 1993. Schedule 1 covers species used for packing case manufacture. Schedule 2 covers species used for light planking or moderately heavy type of packing cases. See, what I request that you might be having the training material in front of you. Please open my portion. In that material, you will find details of these schedules. I have given all tables, and in the end, I have given very good table wherein schedule 1, under schedule 1, which wood can be seasoned, under schedule 2, which wood, under schedule 3, which wood. Just go through that literature which has been provided to you, है ना? उसमें देखेंगे तो ज्यादा समझ में आएगा आपके, क्योंकि everything I cannot put in our slides. So at the same time, you open that material and refer to it. When I am saying schedule 1, just see schedule 1. That is a guide chart which a kiln operator follows with the help of manager, which is having enough knowledge of wood science and technology and permeability of wood and seasoning schedules. Then that person guides the kiln operator, and kiln operator with his experience operates the kiln very nicely. Then schedule second. Just go through the literature provided me in this training material. The schedule second covers a species used for light planking or moderately heavy type of packing cases. Then schedule 3 covers species used for most light furniture. Then schedule 4 covers a species used for common furniture. Then schedule 5 covers a species used for furniture, construction work, bobbins, and other ternary articles. Then schedule 6 covers species used for structural purposes in heavy planking. Then schedule 7, this is the last one and slowest one, includes several heavy and heavy refractory timbers. What I mean to impress upon you that we started our knowledge from class A, class B, class T, class C refractory woods. Then further classification into 7 seasoning schedules has been taken. Then still people do experiment to refine a given schedule. Refinement of given schedule is also done by scientists depending on the need of the hour, because we get very new timbers. Sometimes plantation timbers come, they are different type of nature. So if we don't need what is schedule should be applied, then we do, with the help of knowledge of permeability of that particular timber, we apply some schedule, then see the results, whether any defects are created or how much time it is staying. If defects are created, then we fine tune our timber in terms of applied temperature and RH, relative humidity inside the kiln. Then accordingly we fine tune that schedule, and by doing 2-3 times trial and error, we come to know that this is the best method, and then we rewrite the schedule for that particular wood. Otherwise 7 seasoning schedules we never change. We refine them for specialized use of particular timber. ठीक है? Now, what I was telling that having knowledge of seeding schedules is not very easy. How to apply them is not very easy. We can say easily anything, but practically we find many difficulties. So what I say that seasoning is an art, highly blended with science. I will repeat, seasoning is an art, highly blended with science. When I am saying something as art, an art, it means lot of riyaz or practice is needed under some guru. So some knowledgeable person will guide a person who wants to become very good wood dryer. He should take or she should take training under somebody and have lot of patience and do lot of practice. So practice makes a person. So that's why seasoning is an art. And then highly blended with science. Suppose you are MSc Wood Science and Technology students or MS or scientists dealing with in the field of wood science and technology with great experience, practical experience. One day you will find a lot of confidence. Gradually you will gain confidence, and one day you will find that you are able to understand what is the permeability, how it behaves, what are wood water relationships, so how water moves. So all these things, once you are able to appreciate, then you can become very good wood dryer with the help of kiln operator. So kiln operator has experience. You have knowledge of wood science. So blending all these two things, experience and science, will give very good output in terms of well seasoned wood, which is required by industry.